it says here, why are young people so miserable? The overwhelming feeling of impermanence. They can't get a job in the city they want, so they temporarily live elsewhere. They can't live in the neighborhood they want, so they settle somewhere they don't want. They can't work in the field they want, so they settle for a job for now until they can do what they really want. Years go by, and these temporary compromises don't feel permanent. So they either accept that what they want is forever out of reach or convince themselves it's all temporary. And um and I love the first comment. It says, and to add insult to injury, we're told that we have it better than our parents did. I'm somewhat fortunate, but I see the plight with my friends. And this is exactly true. And all the people, one of the things that's unique about my book, America's Lost Generation, about millennials, is I actually took the time to go interview the correct people, um, you know, and talk to different millennials in different situations. And I tell people, I even included the plumber who wrote in and said, love the comment for your book, but I'm doing great. Like, my life is fine, but I love the vibe and love what you're doing. I just wanted to give you another perspective. And I put it in the book. I also put in the family who's doing very well. They own a house, picket fence, 2 kids. And they said, yeah, we're one major health crisis from losing everything. And there's this sense and this feeling of precariousness that did not necessarily exist before for everybody, but certainly seems to be incredibly common now. And the people who have a secure position are growing ever less, ever smaller. And this feeling of temporary is a constant thing. You can't get the job, so you temporarily live elsewhere because you might get the job but can't get the city. Can't live in the neighborhood, so you settle somewhere else. You can't work in that field, so you settle for this job over here. As the years go by, it doesn't feel temporary anymore. It feels like a permanent situation, and it's just like you don't get anything you want. You don't get it's like it's okay if you have a great job but in a bad city, or you live in a great neighborhood or a great city but the job's not so great, or you work in a great city but you're in the wrong, like whereas today you don't get anything. You can't afford housing. You can't sometimes afford the job that you want. It's not, everyone's kind of like, well, just live elsewhere, just all this sort of thing. It's like, that's all fine, but it's everywhere in your life. Everywhere.